generations to come with skills so bold, guiding the motherland into an era untold. Enlightenment beckons through learning's embrace, empowering souls a future to grace. With tools and wisdom, the path is clear. Education's light forever near. Through education, our motherland receives light. By Dr. Jose Rizal. The vital breath of prudent education instills a virtue of enchanting power. She lifts the motherland to highest station, an endless dazzling glories on her shower. And as the zephyr's gentle exhalation revives the matrix of the fragrant flower, so education multiplies her gifts of grace, with prudent hand imparts them to the human race.
For her, a mortal man will gladly part with all he has, will give his calm repose. For her are born all science and all art, that brows of men with laurel fair enclose, as from the towering mountains, lofty heart, the purest current of the streamlet flows. So education, without stint or measure, gives security and peace to lands in which she lives.
Where education reigns on lofty seat, youth blossoms forth with vigor and agility. He error subjugates with solid feet, and is exalted by conceptions of nobility. She breaks the neck of vice and its deceit. Black crime turns pale at her hostility. The barbarous nation she knows how to tame, from savages creates heroic fame.
And as the spring doth sustenance bestow on all the plants, on bushes in the mead, its placid plenty goes to overflow, and endlessly with lavish love to feed. The banks by which it wanders, gliding slow, supplying beauteous nature's every need. So he who prudent education doth procure, the towering heights of honor will secure.
From out his lips the water, crystal pure, of perfect virtue shall not cease to go. With careful doctrines of his faith made sure, the powers of evil he will overthrow. Like foaming waves that never long endure, but perish on the shore at every blow. And from his good example, other men shall learn their upward step toward heavenly paths to turn.
Within the breast of wretched humankind, she lights the living flame of goodness bright. The hands of fiercest criminal doth bind, and in those breasts will surely pour the light, which seek her mystic benefits to find. Those souls she sets aflame with love of right. 'Tis a noble, fully rounded education that gives to life its surest consolation.
And as the mighty rock aloft may tower above the center of the stormy deep, in scorn of storm, or fierce sowester's power, or fury of the waves that raging seep,
Until, their first mad hatred spent, they cower, and, tired at last, subside and fall asleep. So he takes wise education by the hand, invincible shall guide the reins of motherland.
On sapphire shall his service be engraved, 1,000 honors to him by his land be granted, for in their bosoms will his noble sons have saved.
Luxuriant flowers his virtue had transplanted, and by the love of goodness ever lived. The Lord and governors will see implanted to endless days the Christian education within their noble, faith-enraptured nation.
And as an early morning, we behold the ruby sun pour forth resplendent rays, and the lovely dawn, her scarlet and her gold, her brilliant colors, all about her sprays.
So skillful novel, teaching doth unfold, to living minds the joy of virtuous ways. She offers our dearest motherland's delight, that leads us to immortal glory heights.
Education is one of our part aspects in our life. It is a stepping stone for us to be successful one day. So that it's important to be educated. Not all people are successful are educated. But for me, education is important, especially if I need to be successful one day.
When we get an education, our country gains new opportunities and becomes stronger. By learning, we improve ourselves and help those around us, like lighting a candle. Each person's knowledge makes our country brighter and more helpful.
Education is one of the foundations that helps fortify a nation. We, the young generation with much time to achieve things, must learn the true value of education to one's life and nation.
Education is important because a country without education is a country that will not thrive for development. Education can bring successful to us, and maybe in the future we will all be successful as a country.
Through education, the motherland receives light, which means we Filipino, we value education. If you don't have or receive education, society will reject you. The quality of life varies. This world, the equality and standard is so high and expensive. Another thing also that describes to the poem is in education is give peace.
It suggests that education enlightens individuals, fostering critical thinking, innovation, and personal growth.